What's up, peeps?
Whoa, what's happening, beautiful people?
Yeah,
How are you weirdos doing?
they're they seem to be in a good mood tonight.
Well, that's good.
It seemed like
Damn,
a
they're
little
chatting
low.
it up over there. Holy shit.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a little low participation in OCD tonight. Don't seem like it seemed like every live today has been a little bit has been I don't know, just hadn't been as much traffic as I normally see.
Yeah.
Of course, Duty you know Duty goes live whenever he feels like it. So, and I'm not getting notifications for him. So, when there's
I,
not a schedule and I'm not getting notifications, I miss a bunch of them.
you, there was a point in time when I was making videos and you weren't getting notifications for mine or any of the
There's some
lives or
that dude
anything.
that are just steadfast. I always get them. But not only did I not get notifications, I've explained this with Lefty and Mattisfaction. I physically have to type in their full channel name and hit search. And the live, even if they're live at that moment, the live won't pop up. Their channel will. Then I have to click on their channel. And as soon as I click on the channel, it takes me straight into the live. But like I can go, if I know a lot of y'all don't watch YouTube on television, but I do because I have bad eyesight. But there's a thing over there for your subscriptions. You can go to it and stay on all, and it'll show you everything people you're subscribed to have posted recently. It don't even show up in there. It's
Huh.
like, I didn't really know what shadow ban meant, but I guess that's what people are talking about, man. It don't do it. Like Zach's always pops up, Big Red always pops up, but Maddie and Lefty. Now Duty's wasn't that bad. I just had to go to his channel, But I have to type out every word in the search bar to even find their channel. And I'm subscribed, the bell's on, all that good shit.
I mean, or you could just always go to your subscriptions and scroll down until you,
Um, yeah, that
you could,
works too.
yeah,
Yeah,
you could do that.
no, that's what I'm telling you. I'm on my TV and I go to my subscriptions; they're not there. They don't show up. Just Lefty and Maddie for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, and
That is
Kevin always
weird.
thinks I'm full of shit because he thinks I just don't want to watch his live, which is partially true. But uh, But with Maddie, like when it's his week for said faction, I know I'm gonna have to search. Now if it's Stevie's, I get the notification, I click it, and I'm there. But not if it's on Maddie's channel. Yeah, 100% right, Dopey. I was really proud, dude. I don't know if you know this, Dopey. I used to weigh 387 pounds, and when I got down to my lowest, it was actually at Blade Show last year. I was at about 245, and I was just amazed at how much bigger that thing was. Like, not only could I see it past my belly, but my fat mound had shrunk some, so my pecker was much more prominent than it used to be.
Your fupa
Yeah,
had shrunk?
yeah. Now I've gained a little bit of that back, but I'll be honest with you, dude, I didn't feel good. Maybe
So,
it's the whole time I was sick, but I just didn't feel right, and I didn't look right either. My shoulders and chest and head are so big, dude. I just I look like Groot. I
so do
really
you
did. I mean, without the nose, but yeah, I look like Groot. Just little bitty tiny legs and no hips, no butt. Yeah, it was.
muffin top? Did you so you no longer have a dicky do?
Well, like I said, I gained a little bit of it back, so I got a
Oh,
partial dicky do.
okay.
But that has nothing to do with my early ejaculation. That's just
Like a upside down bowling pin.
yeah, like an upside down bowling pin. Exactly. Yeah, I was over in duties earlier. I like giving him shit about slip joints too. He takes a little personal. But dude, you probably don't know this. Everybody else in here knows this. The reason why I hate slip joints is because I have nerve damage in my hands,
Yeah, you can't
and
open
most
some
of them
bitches.
I can't open them. So even if it's something that I love, that
So it's basically a sour grapes thing. You're like, fuck y'all. Y'all can use them and I can't, so I
right.
hate them.
Well, and I also can't stand the fact that people are paying $250 to $280 for a Chinese made slip joint because it's been hyped up, and I get that whole Ohio River Jack. What is that? $100? I can deal with that, but this whole $250 for a best tech made, or well, whoever makes it, the Chinese made slip joint, I just I don't get it. Yeah, What's up, says Stevie? Good to see you here.
What's up, Steven?
I have a confession to make, guys. I am more excited. And I hope this don't hurt anybody's feelings. But at this point in time, I am more excited about just going and chilling and hanging out with Stevie Wednesday before Blade Show than I am Blade Show. I'm really, and anybody that I get to hang out with outside of Blade Show, I don't think y'all realize how much cooler that actually is. You know, if you can meet up at somebody's Airbnb or whatever and really hang out and get to know them, but you know, it's weird, John. A lot of people had thought that you and I had hung out before. Well, that's the first time I ever physically met John was last year at Blade Show.
Yep.
I've been to his house bunches of times since, but
I mean, we did some long distance cuddling, but I mean, we never actually met in person.
Right. Like I said, I think you did send me your new number. I'm not positive because I think you even told me to send it to Kyle, and I'll admit I've kind of forgot about it. I just got used to communicating with you through Instagram, but I do need to put that back in my phone. Those times that I don't have enough service for Instagram to work. Yeah. And I hate that happened to you. That sucks that you're having to do that because some asshole wanted to run a scam or launder money. I heard this love story.
You can go straight to hell.
Yeah, pretzel.
It did. It got artsy as hell up in here real quick.
Yeah, I did. I did partake in that pretzel though. It was pretty damn good. I'll give you that stuff. Their hamburgers are shit though.
Well, it's not a burger joint.
I know, but I just around here, if you want good real food, you go to a brewery. So I was expecting that there. When I got that frozen gray, perfectly molded, not moldy, but like molded shaped hamburger patty with no flavor, I just thought, yeah.
I still haven't had a burger from there.
Yeah. But it's hard to beat that Jack Brown's, dude. I know they're a little expensive. They're not big enough, but God, it tastes so good. But
I mean, they're not really that. The expensive part's the beer. Like the food's not that expensive.
Well, it's $8, and it's not a big burger.
Yeah,
it's just a standard size. It's no bigger than a McDonald's single, but the quality is so much better. And I feel like they get the amount of ingredients just perfect. It's a perfect blend.
Crispy, I'm all healed up. Got a nice little scar, but other than that, I'm good to go.
Chicks dig scars.
That's what they say.
Yeah. The Asian ribs next time. Now that sounds like something I might want to try.
What did I get? I got the pretzel, and did I get
You got the Canadian French fries thing, didn't you?
I got the poutine too. Yeah,
that's
all I've ever gotten.
Well, we got different poutine though, didn't we?
Yeah, you got the like the barbecue. Southern one with the barbecue and stuff on.
You got the one with the gravy.
Yes, we know you love the damn pretzel, and the ribs are where it's at. Okay, pretzel. Yeah. I've had enough of you for one day.
Yeah, I hadn't seen
Those are lies.
Kyle or Cletus. Did I just look over them?
Kyle's in here. I saw Kyle earlier. Sweet Kyle.
Cletus had an interesting weekend.
Yeah, I heard. There was some news.
His camping trip got canceled. His buddies backed out on him, but they took the kids to one of those hotels that has the water park attached to it.
Yeah,
it sounds like a lot of fun, man. I really want to take my grandson to one of those soon. He called me today and told me, he's like, Papa, my mom just asked Google, which do you add first, the cereal or the milk? And I was like, Cam, we all know you add the cereal first. He's like, I know, but Google told her that you add the milk first so that the cereal don't get soggy. And I told her, I was like, Mom, don't you know your camera has a phone on it and Google's listening to everything you say and reporting to the government, and we can't trust the government. This kid's 7 years old. I've never said a word to him about any of that shit.
Why is she Googling how to make cereal? Is my question.
She was just trying to annoy him.
Oh, okay.
He's so animated that everybody kind of picks at him just to see how he's going to react. Now, Gary, this is my America hat and hair that Mr. Javon bought for me. I'm very much a fan of. Saran wrap doesn't dig, said Stevie. She does not. John, you got to start hanging out in said faction, dude. That is the best time over there, man.
Oh, it's good. I get all the notifications. I just
You're
by
just
the time I
asleep.
have a chance to check them, I'm too damn tired to. I'll read them, but
Stevie
I don't be
called
real active.
Cutlery Corner and talked to this chick named Saran, and she was a bitch, dude. And all
Shit.
Stevie asked her was if this big hunting knife would be um, would it be good for hunting buffalo? Dude, she just went off on him.
Was she anti buffalo hunting? What made her mad?
Now I think they had already tagged his number, and they knew who he was when he called. So yeah, I think they forwarded him straight to the straight to the carrying manager.
Does does he prank them a lot or something?
We've pranked him a few times.
Okay.
Yeah, there's always some shenanigans going on over there. I got the mirror hair on, Lacey. It's just dark in here. I gotta do something about my lighting, dude. Did you guys notice in that Hogue Counter Strike video I posted that you can't see that damn knife at all? It's so black, and I tried all different. I tried with light. I tried all different kind of stuff. It just doesn't. I don't know, man. It just doesn't show up on camera very well. I mean, it's better here than it was on the desktop, but
Well, it's pretty tactical, dude. It's
yeah,
pretty murdered out.
I like this thing a lot. Uh, I gotta do the video on the ballista. Um, well, I ain't gonna talk about it because y'all won't. Well, y'all ain't gonna watch the video anyway. Nobody watched that video, but yeah, water buffalo was her safe word. Zach, I tried that. I did a short on it outside. I still got my phone that I didn't even upload because it just looks like just a solid black bar, like just I'm holding a black piece of plastic. Of course, maybe I did it the wrong time of day, but it was a little overcast, and that's usually a great time to film. But
What's up, Teo? You did it the wrong time of day. You did it at night.
no, I did it right about sundown, but it had just stopped raining, so everything was really clear. It looked good outside, but that knife didn't show up at all.
You might be to the point in your YouTube career where you need a new camera.
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely need a new phone anyway. That's what I record my shorts on. My phone's fucking crazy, dude. People don't believe me until I can show them. Sometimes I'll be typing and all of a sudden they'll just go nuts, start opening multiple apps at the same time, and the only way to fix it is to turn it off, not all the way off, just turn the screen off and like rub it on my shirt like I'm cleaning the glass, and then turn it back on, and it's okay.
Just got to rub it a little.
Yeah, Kyle. My house allows me to run the fans and lights at the same time. It's cool, really. It's very cool in here tonight, so I'm sure it'll warm up.
That shirt will come off at one point.
Yeah, it'll cost you though. We don't get the nipples for free.
Yep. If you want nipples,
I learned that from Elmer. Hey, by the way, if any of you guys
matter of fact, here we go. We'll just throw that right up there so they'll know.
If any of you guys in here are good at like photoshopping, if somebody could make me a picture and send it to me of Elmer Fudd with that Howells hat and that pubic hair beard, I would be very, very much appreciative,
dude,
to own that.
So this is the craziest damn thing, man. I can't explain it. So I was listening to this podcast about a guy who basically he was a bad dude. Like he did a lot of shady shit with chicks. Like he was bad. But it's a podcast about a real life dude. So I Googled the dude's name, right? And like did a search images. And I'm just flipping through the image because I wanted to see what the dude looked like. Flipping through about the sixth fucking image in, it was Mike. What? I mean, it's not really Mike, but Mike's picture was like the sixth. Here, I'm gonna do it, and then it was like the sixth image in or some shit.
Yeah, please tell me that there's something else I can dislike him for. Just so y'all know, the straw that broke the camel's back, like, Stevie does these, every now and then does these prank calls. and that's all fine. You know, it's all in fun, and it's hilarious. That night that he was on there talking about that lady on Cutler Corner, if you were there, you'll know what I'm talking about. That was completely fucking unnecessary, man. That's somebody's mom, somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking dirtbag, man. You know, I know he's trying to be funny, but yeah, he's a dirtbag.
Well, his jokes miss more than they hit.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I say some pretty edgy shit, but I think the majority of y'all know I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, he was just attacking a particular individual personally. I don't know. That's not
okay. All right. So it's not it's pretty far down there, and it didn't show up at all on this for some reason, but it does. Hold on, let me make sure.
Thank you, Mateo. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm reading my screen. Yeah, I rub it a little every now and then, 2 or 3 times a day.
just it starts acting up. You just got to rub it. But anyway, all right. So I searched the dude's name and brought up the images.
Yeah,
that's the guy. And then let's see if we can scroll down, and y'all might see it before me. Let's see. Jake Gyllenhaal will show up. Oh, there he is, right there. Boom.
Wow. What'd you type in, douchebag?
No, I just typed in the dude's name. Dude's name is Jake Gravbrot, which has nothing to do with Mike Emler.
Yeah, well, maybe it does. Maybe Google knows he's a dirtbag too.
But yeah, and who's a dirtbag?
Yeah. 1 minute night review. That's a very good idea. See Stevie's comment. Let me put it up here. Dude, you're just mad because she ruined your joke, dude. She out assholed you and you didn't like it.
So what was the point? Where was he going with this joke?
Who? Stevie?
Stevie, yeah. What was
he was just inquiring about this 120 or 140 something piece knife set for $280. I mean, he was asking legitimate questions. He asked her the length of that big blade, and he asked her if that was from tip to ricasso or tip to butt. And then, you know, he asked her if it would be adequate for water buffalo hunting. She got all mad and told him to stop playing on the phone and hung up on him. The Summer Sizzler. Yeah, Stevie even has the SKU number wrote down, so we're going to call back again next Friday. Find out about the Summer Sizzler package.
Well,
he was even going to buy it. That's the thing. He was going to spend.
That's the name of the knife, the Summer Sizzler?
It's like 140 knives.
Oh,
most
Jesus.
of them Spyderco knockoff looking things. But he was going to spend $280 to purchase that thing and then give them away. Of course, everybody was begging him not to, but I mean, you know, it's his money. It was going to be fun. Edgy is so live. I never know what to call this, guys. I'm sorry. I need to come up with something more creative. I didn't even come up with a creative thumbnail. There's been so much drama and shit lately. I was just kind of out of ideas. Just so you guys know that's apparently not over. There's more coming. I'm not gonna get into 15 inches of stainless steel awesomeness. I'm not gonna get into it tonight because I'm awaiting to see what else happens. But he did finally contact me, and I will say this: I can see how in his mind he crunched all these numbers and came up with this stuff on his own. But my point was, you don't make those decisions and justify things to yourself and then just do it. Ian, I'm sorry, buddy. You know I love you. I've been talking to you for the past hour over at OCD. But
Vance up in the house.
It's 500 pieces. I think it was about $2 a knife. So I thought it was about 140 piece set. Yeah. Yeah. He used his regular voice and his real name. But you just have to be there. Who put that on screen? Need more nipple. Nipple don't come free. Did you do that?
Yeah, that banner. I used that banner like a while ago. Remember, you went like almost the whole live stream without seeing it, and you're
Yeah.
like,
I'm just always worried that Stevie's going to jump in here and do something that without us knowing it, because he has that power. Him and Maddie. Yeah.
Well, you'd see him pop up.
Right. Oh yeah, I guess I would. Well, would I if he was just? I don't know how that works.
Well, I mean, in order to change
just
any
in
of
the
that
studio,
stuff,
but was it in the?
No, in order to change all that stuff, you got to be where we're at now, and he would pop up at the bottom.
I got you. What kind of Gatorade is that? It's not Gatorade. It's a spit bottle, but it was the G2 low sugar fruit punch.
We can do this. We can put that up there.
What?
Look in the top right corner.
Oh. Scotch and things. This Gatorade with pulp. You're right. It gives you some energy for sure. I don't know about your hydration after you threw it all up, but
yeah. Well, the people are asking for nipple, dude. And I know Steph only comes for the nipple, so we probably lose her if you don't show them off.
Hey, I'm not easy.
Yeah, you are.
Put in some work and hang around a little bit if she wants some nipple. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. I kind of am. And it's cold as shit sitting here right now. I don't get it. I'm either sweating or freezing to death. If I had on pants, it'd probably help.
We didn't need to know that.
Didn't even know what. I don't want to wear pants during these things.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I mean, we've had a $2 donation, another $3. The shirt comes off, so somebody's gonna make it happen. And that's cheap, dude, because them girls at the strip club don't take their shirt off till they've been tipped collectively $20. Till they hit that $20 spot, the top don't come off.
Them are not Milk Dud nips; they're Hershey Kisses.
Right. No, and they don't ever really change. I explained that. They're erect all the time.
Well, mine are too, but that was because I had them pierced at one point, and they just scar tissue.
Right.
What it is.
It's weird too. I can't. I have no idea how to show it, but everybody talks about how dark they are. But the actual tip of my nipples kind of see through.
You got to take your shirt off, dude.
Oh shit! It's cold as hell too.
He's gonna poke the damn camera lens out.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this. Yeah, you can't really.
The people asked, the people paid.
But
oh dear God,
it's not the whole nipple that's dark. It's just yeah. Hey, $7. Y'all got y'all's money worth. $12 now.
Damn, I think they want to see the downstairs too, dude. They're still giving money.
No.
Stereo listen to business. That's too close. My eyes.
I'm just giving the people what they paid for, Kyle. I ain't doing shit till you buy me ice cream like you promised that. Oh, we went talking to Stevie. I'd like to have a Ring doorbell camera or a hidden camera inside this Airbnb where Vince, Javon, Grateful Panic, and Dopey and Ethan are all staying.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that. Yeah.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do when I meet Vince in person for the first time is hand him a little baggie and tell him to do as he wishes with it.
Wash my eyes out like that. Oh, man.
No, Ian, in person, you have to add a 0 to that 5.
Yeah. I told you about that, right? That during COVID, we had to rub the dancers down from head to toe in hand sanitizer when they came off stage. They didn't pay any extra. That was just part of the job. We had like one of those big gallons. I'd pump it full of my hands, rub it together, and I mean from their neck to their toes, we had to coat them in hand sanitizer. Yeah. One sells cowbells, one sells Amera hair, and Shane selling shirtless mode. I don't remember how this started, but I haven't been able to get away from it ever since.
What, taking the shirt off?
Yeah.
You just started taking the shirt off.
Oh, just because I was hot?
It just organically became a thing because you always took your shirt off.
Yeah.
And then it became a debate on how long into the live stream we could get before you took your shirt off. And then apparently people started liking you taking your shirt off, so they started paying for it.
Ian, I wouldn't have an issue with that at all. It wouldn't cost $50, but my only fear is that it kicked me out of Blade Show. That kind of break my heart a little bit. I mean, I don't know if they have a policy against shirtless men in Blade Show. Clarence Davis, I'm sorry, buddy. This is but this is not an anomaly. This is everything.
This is what you. But I mean, he just proved.
It hasn't really gotten bad yet. In all honesty,
he proved the earlier point.
Yeah, it hasn't even gotten extremely saucy yet. John hasn't drug some horrible story out of me yet.
Oh well, that's gonna happen.
Now, Randy, that might be doable now. Like right before Blade Show's over, if I get somebody to film that, just take my shirt off and walk around the floor until security asks me to leave. That might be doable. Oh, I got an announcement to make too, and I apologize for the people that aren't going to be there, but I'm going to take at least 100. I may cut it off at 100, but I'm going to take 100 of my stickers and put a number on the back of them, just 1 to 100. And so if you come up to me at Blade Show and let me record just a 15-second pocket check, just show what you've got or what you bought, I'll give you one of those stickers and hang on to it, because after Blade Show's over, my next live stream, I will do a drawing for a knife that I purchased at Blade Show to give away based on those sticker giveaways. So, yeah, come at me. Let me do a quick pocket check. If you don't want your face on camera, that's all fine. However you want to do it, whatever you're comfortable with. But, yeah. In all honesty, I'd give you the sticker if you didn't, but I would appreciate the pocket check.
Well, there's Pertiner. What up, Cletus?
Yeah, there's Cletus. Drawing. Did I say something wrong?
You said drawing.
Drawing. I don't even remember using the word drawing.
You're going to do a drawing.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do a drawing. Yeah. Well, how's he supposed to say it? It's drawing. What am I saying? What am I doing wrong?
He says it's drawing. You're saying drawing.
No. Whatever. We all know Stevie can't pronounce shit. Yeah. But Stevie, when you started hearing those gunshots today, I kept thinking about all I could picture was Bob the Nailer shooting that any more beef can, the beef stew can, with that high-tech intervention. Yeah, that's a good point. Just let me reach in there and see what I find.
Can I see what you got in your pockets? They go to reach. No, I'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I really hope I don't walk away from Blade Show this year like I did last year. I literally had I got zero content out of Blade Show. But I'm not, I promise you, I'm not going to take it seriously. I'm going to have a good time, but I would at least like to get, I could get, if I give all those stickers away, I could get 100 shorts out of that. Because y'all know I don't know how to edit them and put them all together.
I plan on getting enough footage to do a good and long
montage
Kung Fu Theater
yeah.
video again.
That'd be fine.
And probably a little montage action.
Yeah, like I've already heard about your outfit for Blade Show. I'm sure it's going to get attention.
Which
You
the
win too
one
many giveaways anyway. People are going to start accusing it of being fixed, and like every time I do a giveaway, you win it.
I think the best part about getting Blade Show footage last year was I've got footage of old Jason Brown. So
Yeah. That's one thing that I think this generation has that we didn't previously. Now your memories are forever. They can just be forever now. I mean, I guess unless me and Dopey decide to pull a Fight Club and wipe it all out and start all over.
Even the memories you don't want to be forever are forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
The internet is forever.
A female friend of mine didn't know that when I explained to her that any pics that she has shared in the past are there forever. They're up in the cloud. And her answer when I explained all that to her was, "Well, dang."
Read Todd Carr's damn comment.
And where did the bad man touch you? First he said, "Let's do Hey, anybody with a hole in their pocket gets 2 stickers."
Make it 5.
Rashman, I don't remember there being a whiskey bar. There may have been, but I don't remember there being one active during Blade Show. Now, you could buy anything in the pit, but there are strategically located beer vendors. But I only had 2, and both of them were just barely below room temperature. I was a little pissed off about that. I don't know if it's because they sell them so fast or what the deal was. I'm going to throw Elmer Fudd on the ground at Blade Show. I've been learning counters to CIA ninja tactics. That dude, hey man, that dude went to class for counterintelligence. So you might want to be careful, Vince. You notice I didn't say school. He went to a class for That's so funny, dude. He tried to make that out like he was in counterintelligence. Let me tell you something. Any soldier, regardless of the branch, that's going overseas, partakes in this class. No, it's counter surveillance, is what he said. I'm sorry. We all take that class. All they're teaching you is that when you're overseas, like to take a different route to and from work daily, that type of thing. That does not mean you're in counter surveillance. But don't forget, though, Vince, he's got Taya Kyle's phone number. He'll call her and talk to her. He ain't talked to her in a while, but he can do that. And I don't have any proof that he don't, but I'm going to take a stand here and call bullshit. I don't think he's going to be there, though. I mean, unless he started a GoFundMe to get him to Atlanta.
Which I was about to say earlier. Cletus said he was cutting his pocket liners out. Is Cletus, going to be at Blade Show?
No, I wish.
Oh, damn it.
I had an opportunity to meet Cletus, dude, and he ghosted me, man. Cletus was coming to Georgia. I was going to drive to Georgia, even if it was just for 30 minutes of grabbing a coffee or whatever, just to be able to meet Cletus. And then he got to Georgia and ghosted me, wouldn't answer my message. Of course, I mean, we'd known each other like 2 months at the time, but still. I was more than ready.
That was still early.
Yeah. Panda was supposed to. He says next year. Panda was going to go to Blade Show, and then his pullout game came up a little short.
Oh, is there another little Cletus on the way?
Yeah. Dude, it's like almost upon us, too. I don't know how far along she is, but I know, Cletus going to be a dad of 3 here in the next few short weeks.
He's almost to a complete basketball team.
Yeah. Ian, there's nothing to be prepared for, man.
Yeah.
Just wing it and have a good time, dude. And accept that you're not going to see everything. That's just part of it.
Cletus has a family in the area, doesn't he? In Georgia. Isn't that why he ends up there a lot?
Yeah, Cletus got family in the Atlanta area. That's a lot of hoes to pull out.
What exact part, Cletus?
I mean,
I'd
if
be
you
interested to know.
if you got to reel it in, Cletus, then you're going to have to be more prepared. You have to start practicing. Yeah.
Noonan. Right on.
Yeah.
I know exactly where Noonan is. I had a buddy I worked construction with was from Noonan.
Yeah. Yeah, Noonan's weird. It's like everybody in the South knows about Noonan, but it's not really big enough to be that popular. God, I need to shave, dude. I got a trivia question for y'all thinking about that. Anybody in the chat tell me what the unkempt herald is and why it's named that? I just want to see if anybody in here knows what I'm talking about.
The unkempt herald?
Mm-hmm.
Herald like the man's name Harold, or Herald like Hark the Herald Angels Sing?
No, herald like the man herald. Unkempt herald. Is anybody in the chat familiar with the unkempt herald and why it's named that? I'm actually going to watch on this one because this is something near and dear to me. Something I spent. I wasted nearly 10 years of my life on it. But by the way, guys, does my audio know? Does my Joe Isabella hit it right off the bat? It's a Borderlands pistol, and it's the most powerful gun in the game if you know how to use it, and especially if you use it with the right combination of gear. But Unkempt Herald is just their way of calling it the Dirty Harry. It's a revolver that shoots like 7 pellets that split into 3 pellets each. Turns into Tori Casey, it was a pistol. I got way too into that game, and like I watched all of Killer 6's videos on it and learned all the gear. If you learn all these different gear combinations, dude, you can just become a god in that game. I got way too into it. I literally played Borderlands 2 for almost 10 years. 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week I played that game.
I'm doing muscles exercises at Planet Fitness.
I'm up to 10 kettle pots. I'm getting strong. I can do throw it on the ground 2 weeks.
That ain't got no damn sense, dude.
Yeah. Joe Isabella, I was too, man. That was by far, that's the best $40 I ever spent. I bought the Handsome Jack collection, so it came with all the DLC. God, we played that game so much. It's the ultimate girlfriend game because there's a couple of female characters on there. And I know girls don't have to play as girls, but you can play it split screen. And even if they suck at it, if you're decent at it, you can kind of make up for their suckiness. So it works out pretty good. See, I hope so. If he shows up with matching Adidas headband and wristbands.
And those little like short jogging shorts.
Yeah.
With knee-high tube socks with
stripes.
At least 2 stripes on them.
We're just describing, what's his name?
Napoleon Dynamite?
No. The exercise guy.
Huh?
The exercise guy with the curly hair.
Richard Simmons?
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew someone would get it. I'm proud that there were people in here that knew what the Unkempt Herald was. They've released about 2 or 3 versions of that game since, and they're good, but nothing will ever be better than Borderlands. The writing for that game, dude, if you spend the time to listen to and read everything, the writing is incredible. It's so fun. Matty does pootsies in his Rainbow Bright underoos.
We're supposed to be passing it on.
I don't think that's like big news. Matty probably does pootsies and everything. And him wearing Rainbow Bright underoos doesn't shock me. I remember when I got my Batman underoos when I was a kid. So my mama couldn't get me to put on clothes for a week. I run around everywhere in those Batman underoos. That was the coolest thing.
Dude,
it literally made you feel like you were Batman, dude.
I know. And see, that's a sore subject with me because I wanted a damn set of underoos and wanted them and finally talked my parents into buying me a set of fucking underoos. And you know, the cool thing about underoos, it looked like the superhero's costume, right? Like it, you know, it had like the utility belt and the bat symbol, all that shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, guess what underoos they bought me?
What?
The damn Incredible Hulk ones. He don't have a suit. So the T-shirt just had a picture of the damn Incredible Hulk on it. So I didn't look like the Incredible Hulk. I looked like a guy who liked the Incredible Hulk.
Borderline child abuse, John.
It is.
It's at least child neglect.
It is.
Yeah. Vince said they're called Ranger panties, not exercise shorts. Ranger panties.
Oh, he's talking about the little short running shorts.
Yeah. Ain't you gonna wear your PT belt to Blade Show? I can't act like I know what a PT belt was. We didn't have that in the Navy, but I've heard Army guys talk about their PT belt. I think it was just a reflective belt they made them wear when they went jogging.
Well, we didn't have that. I don't know when that came about. We had maybe 4. I think we had 2 in the front and 2 in the rear of the formation that we called them road guard vests.
Yeah.
We didn't wear no PT belt.
Vance, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that what the PT belt was for? Isn't it reflective to keep soldiers from being run over by cars when they go running?
Grown men discussing underoos. We're all getting put on a watch list.
Yeah. Oh, I did enjoy my underoos. I had very good Christmases when I was a kid. Some parts of my childhood were really, really dark and shitty, but my mom, bless her heart, man, she's an angel. She worked her ass off, and every year in about October, I think it's when it comes out, she would give me the Sears and Roebuck wish book. Dude, this is it was that thick. And it had everything in it that Sears and Roebuck sold in it, but in the back, it had all the toys. And she would tell me to take an ink pen and circle the product number of any toy in that book that I wanted. And I'm telling you, dude, every Christmas morning I woke up, every fucking thing I circled, somehow she had managed to buy. We were so poor. I don't know how she did it. But like all my Star Wars stuff, she bought that all throughout the year. Like every week, the UPS guy would pull up with a little brown box and tell me not to open it. And I knew what it was, but I knew not to open it. Because back then, through Sears and Roebuck, you could order Star Wars action figures that you couldn't buy anywhere else. Like I had the Cantina collection that had Walrus Man, all the guys from the Cantina on Star Wars. That's some pretty rare shit. It all burned up in the house fire that my dad said.
That's what we'd have road guards when we had PT formation running. But we didn't have no issue PT belt. Yeah,
that's what I'm asking, Vince. Did y'all not have the PT belts yet? I'm assuming PT stood for physical training belt. It's just like a reflective yellow belt.
And the point was, I could have wore the stretchy purple pants, but the point was, I wanted the underoos, dude. The commercial even said they're fun to wear.
Dude, look at this asshole. I don't know if y'all are catching that, but Cletus is cracking a mom joke. He's saying I got my Christmas the same way Forrest Gump got.
Your mama sure does love you, boy.
Yeah.
No, what'd she say? She sure does something about your schooling.
Yeah. Twang thing, you're correct. As I got older, I did start studying more of the women's undie section than the toy section. And I remember getting my hands on my first Fredericks of Hollywood catalog. You know, you youngsters don't understand that naked chicks, pornographic material was really hard to come by when I was a kid. So if you flip through the Fredericks of Hollywood catalog, eventually you'd find those bras that were cut underneath the nipple. So you could see some nipple, and you might even see a little bit of lip on some of those crotchless panties if you get your magnifying glass, look close enough.
Well, the best thing about those Fredericks of Hollywood catalogs is there was no peanut butter involved.
Exactly.
So
peanut butter ruined my sex for years. Somebody brought up peanut butter the other day. Oh yeah, it was dopey. They might using peanut butter as a lubricant.
It worked for Ron Jeremy.
Yeah. It worked for Shane.
No.
It ruined the experience for me. Enhance.
Peanut butter increased my sex life.
Doesn't like drinking out of a mason jar.
You don't have to tell the peanut butter story again.
I'm not going to, Steph. We're going to skip it this time. John's not even trying to get me to tell it.
No, I don't know.
You don't want to hear it again.
No, I'm no peanut butter necessary.
Yeah. Lacey, you're right. I am familiar with crotchless pants. I never tried any of the edible ones, though. I remember they had the edible ones that looked like they were made out of fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably couldn't wear those on a hot day.
Yeah, I don't feel like you could wear those other than straight to bed. I don't think they were designed to wear around town until Shane's wearing them now. No, I have discovered these new undies I'm wearing. Let's see what they're made by. Yeah, they're just Fruit of the Loom brand, but they're made out of like panty material instead of soft cotton.
Dude, do you remember
a lot better? They were super comfortable.
You remember the old Fruit of the Loom commercials with the fruit dudes on it? Like they had the grape guy and the apple guy.
Yep, absolutely. Who else was there? It was the grape.
There's the apple. There was 2 sets of grape because there was green grapes and purple grapes, and there was an apple.
Was it a pear? Was that the other guy?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was back about the same time Kool-Aid Man was busting through walls.
Yeah. Comment down below if you know who all was in the Fruit of the Loom gang.
Tina, I'm aware, but I've never worn underwear made out of this slick, shiny material. But man, they're so much more comfortable. Yeah, it was one of them. Like the leader of the bunch was it the Apple guy, the fat white dude?
Yeah,
I think the Apple was kind of the leader of that.
What's up, Eric? How's it going, brother?
Is that Evil E? Is that Eric?
Yeah.
It amazes me how you know so many of these people's real names. I just can't keep up.
Well, that's because you're old. When we all know your name, we know your middle name's Shane.
Yeah. My dad used to tell me if I wore regular boxers, my balls would get saggy when I grew up. He may be right, dude. Mm-hmm. I'd never worn boxers in my whole life, and I met this girl, and I remember her telling me before, just in casual conversation, she commented that if she was ever with a guy and he dropped his pants and had on anything other than boxers, she would tell him to just go home. So I wore boxers for a year and a half just to make sure that never happened. And I ain't going to say that I enjoyed it, though. It's just too much movement. Constantly having to shift and adjust things.
Can you guess my name?
I'm going to guess your name's Randy. But, I mean, I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. I don't know Drinkwater's real name. I don't know Twang Thang's real name. I never see you around much no more. He's on here every Sunday night. And he just started back Grooves Day Night Live on Tuesdays too.
He's not
doing any reviews.
No.
I want to ask you guys' opinion on that too, by the way, because I'm not going to mention who all I've had this conversation with, but I know it's a very popular opinion amongst knife reviewers that we're having a hard time getting motivated to do knife reviews. I honestly, at this point, feel like I just do knife reviews to stay in touch, to stay relevant. You know, this is what I enjoy. And you guys don't seem like y'all watch a whole lot of them either. So, yeah, what's y'all's opinion on that? Because
yeah, see, the live stream thing is awesome. But and you can watch them afterwards because of course they stay on YouTube. But I don't know. I'm in that position right now and have been. I just can't get motivated to review knives anymore? That's a good question. Did anybody get anything new lately?
Hang on.
You hang on. Oh, did you get some text from Vince?
Yeah, I got something from Vince. It was kind of an older conversation we had that drug up way more fucking controversy than I ever expected it to. Turned into kind of a shit show. Some people, but yeah, I enjoyed that one too. I would like to do more of those. It didn't get. I mean, it got right at 100 views, just about average for my channel. But I think a lot of us, just after a certain amount of time, you kind of mature in this. You kind of settle in with the knives that you really want. You tend to get a little less excited about new stuff.
See,
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
they're like Wes said there, he's new to the knife. He's trying to watch as many videos as he can because there's new people coming in every day. So, yeah. I mean, there is an audience out there.
Yeah, we all did that. But, I don't feel like that many new people are going to my stuff because my channel's not that big or popular. But I get that. I just know that talking to several people, they're just not as motivated about talking about every new knife that gets released as they used to be. So I guess what I'm getting at is I'm kind of apologizing for not posting as much content as I probably should.
That was really screwed up way to apologize, man.
I'm sorry.
Didn't work at all.
Maybe I should have just said, I'm sorry, I don't post it.
Yeah, that's usually what you lead with an apology.
Yeah. This hat doesn't look near as good without the pink shirt.
Well, throw the shirt back on. Maybe you can get some more money to take it off again.
It's starting to warm up in here now, though.
Oh.
The compressor is right outside my window. That's one reason why that happens. I'm first in line off the air duct. So when it comes on, this room, the temperature drops quick in here. I'm only here to talk about slip joints. You can talk about slip joints all you want to, Park. No. It's just become something for me to give people shit about. I don't really hate them. I use them.
I don't have a single slip joint, and I was always a big slip joint guy.
I have one, but the only reason I have it is because it still belongs to my brother. Actually, it's his property. But I was on the farm one day and had forgot to bring a knife to work. You can't work on a farm without a knife. And when I told him that, he handed me. It's just a little cheap 2-bladed slip joint, but it got me through the day. I just never remembered to give it back to him.
Yeah, I think mine, my issue, I had a pretty decent GEC collection going on at one point, and then when I sold them all off, it hurt, and I haven't.
St. Cheeto, I have used it quite a bit. I carry it anytime I don't think I'm going somewhere that people are going to be offended by it. And my opinion of it may be a little unfair because of the edge that Miss EDC and Lace put on it. But yeah, it's like carrying a lightsaber in my pocket, dude. I mean, I don't think the factory edge was awesome, but once she sharpened it, it's just you literally touch things with it and they just fall in half. I was a little upset that they went up on the price like they did. But because I was expecting it to be $167, I feel like it's worth every penny of that. It's a bit of a stretch at $224, in all honesty. And I've heard a bunch of people complain about the sheath, saying that there's glass fiber in that sheath and that it dulls the edge. I haven't experienced that. That may be true, but I'd be afraid to guess what that knife would have tested out on the best tester when Lacey sent it to me. If I did guess, I'm seriously saying it was around 50. It was one of the sharpest pieces of metal I've ever experienced. So yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I do feel like it's a $170 knife though. I think Spyderco missed the mark on that one.
I got a little something to show off real quick. Just Patina calling me Panda made me think of it. So you want to see the toilet paper? This is content right here.
Sure.
The toilet paper I bought today.
Sure. Oh.
You damn right.
Yeah. Somebody needs to do a review on that.
I will. I'll do it.
From the
I
toilet.
Well,
Mm.
it'll be a tabletop.
There you
go. No front-facing camera on that one.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
What's up, G Bizzle?
Panda paper. Where does one buy Panda paper?
I got that at Star Market down the road at 5 Points.
We don't have a Star Market.
Well, I mean, this is just a little family-owned grocery store.
Yeah. I will say, though, many of y'all heard me say this. If I could get a Sodbuster or Bullnose, I don't care which one, in my Carta and like K390 or M4 or some type of high-end tool steel, I would be interested in that slip joint for sure. And one reason I like those, there's enough blade exposed that I can actually grab it and open. Joe Isabella, I wiped my butt with Panda before. I'm not allowed in the zoo anymore. Steve, you're stirring shit now. I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, he is.
Those things are an atrocity to me.
Jack
I don't
Wolf.
care how nice they are. Dude, I will never understand that. And then when Kyle questioned him about the heat treats on them, and he pretty much told Kyle that none of that shit was important, I'm like, well, then why? Why is that knife worth that much money? And I ain't gonna, never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I like the guy. I've had many conversations with Ben, and I like him, but I'm not paying that kind of money for a Chinese-made slip joint.
Well, you know what that boils down to, right? They're not for you.
Right. It's not for me.
I mean, not taking anything away from how good of knives they are. They're great knives.
Yeah, absolutely. And I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen anybody that disliked them. Well, I mean, Stevie just said me no like you, Jack Wolf, and I don't think Pocket Metal's a fan either. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he's just not a fan of the price. Ken, you don't need a super steel. You're right, Twain Thing. I'm not the guy to stand on that soapbox. I haven't needed a knife with high edge retention in years. I don't need it at all. I could get by just fine. And I've proven it to myself. I carried that Rat 1 for weeks. I get by just fine with Allsafe, man. I don't need it at all. I just feel like if I'm paying that kind of money, it should be, it should be the best it can be. That's all I'm getting at. That Ohio River Jack, wasn't it like $100?
A little bit more, not much more. I mean
that seems like a good deal for, and it too is a traditional knife, with modern machining and materials. I don't have an issue with that. I don't like the way it looks, but if you do, that sounds like it makes a lot more sense. Buck makes USA super steel slip joints. Long live Chuck Buck, by God. I couldn't do it in your voice, Billy, but I read it in your voice. Have any of you guys check out Apex Alchemy, the southern twang that dude's got? He puts my southern accent to shame. I love to hear him talk. Yeah. 150. Yeah. Maybe, I guess for today and price inflation and whatnot, I guess that's acceptable. But what I always look at that, if you lay an Ohio River Jack next to a comparable Jack Wolf, and my question is, show me $100. Show me where there's $100 difference. That's why I kind of like getting stuck on the steels, because I can make up a price difference for me personally if it's a well done steel. I know that don't mean anything to some people. That's fine. But
well, I can honestly say when I actively carried slip joints and collected them, the main thing I used them for was like cutting fruit, because for lunch I'd always have an apple or orange or some shit.
Yeah.
So the steel, I'd preferred carbon steel, so you could get the good patina on it, because I don't know, it was just kind of part of the whole appeal to me.
Dude, I wish that makes me so mad that we can't see that. But Twain Thing just gifted 5 memberships, and I appreciate the hell out of it. I got to figure out how to fix that because it never shows up for us.
Well, the damn funny thing is, I had the chat brought up on my phone, and then I forgot to be
I can't. But
keeping up
it's
with
right
it.
there on a 55-inch TV, just the other side of my computer monitor. But I just can't. I can't pay attention to both. But I really appreciate that. Anybody that's ever done that and we didn't see it, man, I'm so sorry. Billy, I feel like the what'd you just say? I feel like the Buck 110 and Magna Cut. Um, I don't know, man. I'm at odds with the price hike unless the heat treat is really good. And from what I've heard, it's not. So, you know, if all you care about Magna Cut is the fact that it's the most corrosion resistant steel, then hey, more power to you. That's all that matters to you. I got myself a Slippy Serge Pinchenko wild card, $140, 3.3. Yeah, $140. That sounds right. Serge Pinchenko's got to get paid. The people who made it have to get paid. You love it. That's great. So what? Why would another one be worth $100 more?
What's up, CPM? How's it going, dude? There's
dropping some facts, dude. your accent's your accent's a little thick too, no doubt about it. Yeah, I just like Billy's timing. Billy's and Billy, you may be right. It may be great. Like I said, I haven't tested it. I just heard things in the beginning that didn't sound exciting to me, but all of it could be complete bullshit. But it's I don't know. It's Billy's cadence is what I like about his accent, especially if you ever get to talking to him outside of, if you have a phone call with him, it's cool.
Yeah, that Boss heat treat, it makes that 420HC the best that it possibly can be. I mean, it's good shit.
S30, it's good on the S30 too.
Yeah,
so maybe the Magna Cut's better than what I'm thinking. It could be. Because, like I said, rumors started spreading before I think anybody even had it in their pocket. I do know that Case's Magna Cut is shit. It just is. Dude, they were like bragging that it was at 58 to 59 HRC.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Every modern with even their slip joints, to a certain extent, but every modern thing Case has done has been shit, in my opinion.
Yeah. Who just said that? Wes Gibson. That was my first experience with S35VN as well. And it did start my love affair with S35. But I think a lot of folks would be shocked, dude. I've talked about it till people are sick of hearing about it. If you look at those edge retention charts, dude, some of these steels are so close, and it blows my mind when I hear people talk about them. And I've seen the test, like, the fact that the OS 8 on the RAT 1 and RAT 2 severely outcut the D2. Like, the edge retention was way higher on the OS 8 version than the D2 version. But nobody talks about it. So why get the D2s, especially since the OS 8 is corrosion resistant and it outcuts the D2? Because I know his site is down. It's on my Instagram. You can scroll down and find it. It's not extremely user friendly because they're screenshots. But if you see how many knives and how many steels out there that Aus-8 is equal to, it's mind blowing, man. That's what got me to hating Chinese M390. I'm like, why are they selling this shit for $350 and it won't outcut a Rat 1 and Aus-8? Because I promise you, 85% of the M390 on the market does not hold an edge any longer than the Aus-8 on a Rat 1. And the reason I brought that up is because the S35VN, it's not really any better either. You know, it's right there. It's right there with it. So, and we all got so used to looking at those charts on Blade HQ that are complete bullshit. What's Stevie doing? Snoozing? You tired of my heat treat talk already?
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to stop, guys, because like I said, that's how I justify if it's worth more money. Now, you know, Stevie might justify that by the fit and finish of the titanium, and that's fine.
Damn, there's somebody I hadn't seen in a minute.
No kidding, Chris.
What's up?
And
Brother Wolf.
That's not what I'm doing, because Rat 1s are not Chinese made. They're made in Taiwan, and there is a huge, huge political and ethical difference between Taiwan and China. So back to Chris Wolf being in the house. Chris, how much of that beard did you trim? Last time we talked to him, he was talking about he was going to have to cut some of it off for his new job. Or
look at it in that damn thumbnail, though, dude. That's down to his belly button.
Right. Vince, I've gotten to that point too. I know everybody got away from back locks and all that stuff, but I've got to a point that none of it really impresses me, so I don't care as long as it stays locked. Yeah. Javon, I've got a good buck. I've got a classic buck 110 420 from Boss Heat Treat. It does a great job. You know, the only issue with that knife ever really was the weight. Yeah. Stevie just don't like when I talk about it because 90% of the time I'm talking about 90% of his collection.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Chris said he trimmed it up to below his collar.
Wow.
That's not trim.
No.
That's a
so
hack
just
job.
for reference, Chris Wolf, are we talking about like said Stevie beard length at this point? Like to around in here?
Just above the nipples?
Oh, sorry, Dopey. I guess I read that comment out of turn.
Can't drop a 110 in your gym shorts and go for a jog for more than 10 feet.
No, you can't. But, back then it didn't matter. It came in a pouch. People didn't carry knives in their pocket.
A nice leather one, too.
Randy, I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Thank you very much. Chris, do you still have the same picture up because you're ashamed and embarrassed? Is that why we haven't seen any new pictures of you with said short beard? Mine was gifted to me, Lacey. I've never bought one. But a gentleman, some of y'all might know him if you're in EDC crazy. A gentleman by the name of Joshua Treviso. He got pretty popular in that Facebook group because he nearly died of COVID. He was in the hospital for a long time. And every day he would do a knife pick of the little plastic knife that came on his lunch tray.
Uh-huh.
But he survived it and now does like a lot of motivational mental health videos on Facebook. But yeah, Josh and I became friends, and he sent me that buck 110.
Eric, I am going to Blade Show. Are you? Because that would be rad. I know he's from the right-hand coast, but...
And I've never owned a bug out either. I've handled several. I've had them in on loan. It's just too it's just a little too small a knife for me for the money. I don't know. Yeah, Brennan, Coach Steel's primarily either Austin or S35. And the fact that anybody would pay the extra for the S35 makes 0 sense to me.
Oh hell yeah, dude, that's what's up. He is going to Blade Show.
Good deal, Eric. Good deal.
That's another must meet to add to the list.
Hey, I'm going to emphasize this again, guys. Please don't let me blow you off or ignore you. If you see me and come up to me, let me know who you are, because I don't want to seem like I was rude to anybody because I wasn't aware who they were.
I still want to. Did you ever remember who it was that you met?
No. They legit seemed upset about it though, dude. They mentioned it a couple of times that they came up to me and spoke to me, but I didn't talk back much, and they just assumed that I didn't know who they were, and they're 100% right. I didn't know that's who it was, and I feel really bad about it.
Well, I know, and I think it was it was Sunday, because Cue Ball wanted to go by the original GOAT booth.
Yeah.
And I stood there and talked to Marty for probably 15, 20 minutes without knowing who he was. And he was like, I'm knife eclectic. I was like, oh, shit.
Right. I saw Marty when I was relaxing out in the lobby. I saw him walk by, and I said his name and waved. But at that point in time, I hadn't been on screen very much, so he didn't know who I was. That was fine. Yeah. And it's not hard. I mean, that's what I'm going to look like while I'm there. Well, who knows? I may have a ball cap on, but basically, I agree there. I've reduced my Benchmade collection down to one. Only Benchmade I still own is my Contigo. I'll never get rid of the Contigo. I absolutely love it, and that's not a knock on Benchmade by any means. Zach, calm down. It's I just really dislike thumb studs. They don't work well for me, and that's the only Benchmade that I was willing to look over it for. And that big heavy blade, it seems to deploy easier than most anyway. So, what is Vince planning on doing with these locks?
I don't know. He wants some damn locks. 4 unused door locks, padlocks, door lock cores, whatever, as long as it has a keyway.
Got my curiosity up at being Vince. Anybody else could have posted that, I wouldn't have thought shit about it. But the fact that Vince wants them,
I'm interested because I'm going to be staying in the same house as him in a couple of weeks. So
Pocket Metal, I knew you would be the one that called me out on it.
Here you go.
I knew when I said blow off that Pocket Metal would catch on to that. So you're getting into lock sport, huh?
Vince Houdini.
Yeah. When I say, if I hadn't have traded my Super Freak for something I wanted more, I absolutely loved that knife. To me, that was Benchmade's M4 is the best thing they make, in my opinion. Lockpicks.com. I like to watch that Lockpick Lawyer sometimes. He's pretty cool.
I can't remember what channel it was. There was a channel I used to catch shorts from all the time. Dude be doing some crazy shit unlocking. Yeah. He hates Master Lock. I remember that much about him.
Yeah, and just so all you guys know, you remember those steering wheel locks? Those things were easily defeated with a can of Freon. You just spray the Freon right into the lock mechanism, tap it, and it just shatters like glass. And those locking receiver hitch things are complete garbage. With a 12-inch piece of 1.5-inch pipe, you just slide it over it, pull back, and snap right off. I'm not. That was back when I was extremely strong, but I'm telling you, anybody could. Your daughter could snap one of those receiver hitch locks. They're not hardened, apparently. But yeah, I didn't even think about that, Billy. The fact that you and Courtney are both going to be at Blade Show, that's going to be cool to get to meet you guys.
Well, so from what I'm understanding, there's going to be just an epic number of people that are going to be at Blade Show
You know,
this year.
John, we talked about that, dude. How much different it was last year because of people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, imagine how much bigger it's going to be this year.
So who all that wasn't there last year do you know is going this year?
Well, not only that, but there's a bunch of people that were there last year, but I didn't know them.
Right. Okay.
So that number is going to be even bigger. You know, there were people walking around that I didn't have a clue who they were. So, yeah, it's going to be even bigger. You know, I never saw Red on the floor of Blade Show. I saw him outside the door. And then I saw him when I was talking to Peter and Christine out under the awning where when they were smoking. I never saw Big Red on. Probably walked right by him a dozen times, but that was the only times I remember meeting Jody was outside.
Speaking of Jody Bear, yeah, I walked around with him.
Well, where'd you go, buddy? Yeah, Lacey, that was pretty heartbreaking. I know you were pretty upset about that. You tried to throw it all together last minute, A for effort, but I hated it. And it was Sunday. Sunday's just kind of winding everything down because so many tables are empty. The air came back on, guys. So I'm sorry. I gave y'all a close up.
You trying to get some more money, ain't it?
No. I feel like they got their money's worth tonight. I give them a close up. So.
Well, Billy, no worries, dude, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I haven't been posting content anyway in quite a while, so you ain't missing much.
Yeah, Billy's a good guy. He likes to talk about a lot of common sense knife stuff. You know, he's not chasing the hype train by any means. He's more of a, hey, I'm a guy that needs a knife. You know, point me in the right direction for what I'm doing, and I appreciate that.
Well, there's kind of a lack of that.
Yeah.
For the most part in YouTube knife content.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and Billy's got some videos on a couple of knives that most of us don't know, have never heard of. You know, they definitely don't get any hype and they don't talk about, you know, he talks about how, you know, how great they've been for him, you know, and how little they cost. And I love that perspective. And we've talked about this. He knows it. It's not content popular though. You know, it's not going to get 50,000 views, but there are still people out there that just want to know, hey, I got $40. You know, this is what I want to do with it. Point me in the right direction. And Billy's really good at that.
I would be honored to sign your babies, Cletus.
Yeah, I'm so jealous that Stevie got to meet Cletus, dude. It kind of makes me dislike Stevie a little bit, in all honesty.
Yeah, that is a very enviable thing.
Yeah,
because Cletus is kind of elusive.
Yeah,
he's kind of a mystery, dude. He's kind of a sexy mystery.
Yeah, and
think about it.
Ant just posted one of the most 100% pure truth comments I've ever seen, and I missed it. That is yeah. And I don't think you meant that in a smart-assy way. That's just the truth, dude. We literally did. We checked our common sense at the gate a long time ago. Everybody in this room could still be carrying a buck 110 or hell a case slip joint or the rat one or what, and get by just fine. Yeah. Fucking no, you're right. I got the hypertension, buddy. Yeah. I don't know about the hype train, but
and you know, honestly, that pertains to any collecting, because I mean, you're just gathering up multiple things that do the same exact thing.
And companies get rich off of selling, things that we really don't need. You know, I admit it. I don't need K390. I don't need Magna Cut. I don't need any of that. I want it, but yes, Brandon Sutton, Case is doing Magna Cut very poorly to go along with their lack of knowledge of to uh, how to set a detent. You know, I'm not. That's not super important to me, but I want the damn thing to open, especially if I put a lot of effort into it. But that thing's it's just a limp cock, man. It's bad. It's a good looking knife. They had a good shot at making something that could have been really popular, and they were the first to jump on the bandwagon. So I could kind of forgive them for the heat treat issues since they were literally the very first knife company to release Magna Cut. But you know, they've done nothing. They've done nothing to make it any better. But their market probably don't care. You know, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. My local knife maker, Baron Sons. You know, the gas stations buy them. People at trade days buy them. Old men carry them for years and have zero complaints. So why would they change anything? Dopey, you're big. Yeah, excited to meet Dopey too, man. Dopey came out of nowhere too. That dude could be a complete fucking imposter for all we know. He could be a serial killer trying to gather salt because he didn't exist 2 months ago, and now everybody just acts like he's always been here. Just came right out of nowhere.
Well, that's even more concerning because I'm going to be staying in the same house with him, and Vince wants locks, and
yeah,
I'm a little nervous about Blade Show.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a serial killer.
A cereal. Yeah. What's your favorite cereal? Yeah, that's a good question for the chat. What's everybody's favorite cereal? Health aside, we're talking about what cereal makes you happy when you sit down with a big bowl of it.
What's yours?
Probably Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
I love Fruit Loops. I like Fruity Pebbles, but they get soggy, overly soggy so fast. I do like when there's that, when you get to that side of the bowl that you hadn't put the spoon through yet, and there's that layer of still super crunchy, and then right beneath it's that layer of soggy cereal. Those are pretty good. But Crave, what is that? Is Crave a cereal?
Yeah, that's the one with the chocolate inside of it.
Oh yeah, I've never tried that.
It's good. It's good.
Frosted
I like it.
Yeah,
I
like Frosted Mini Wheats more than I like the concept of Frosted Mini Wheats. If that makes sense.
I do like Frosted Mini Wheats.
Really, what kind of psychopath is a Captain Crunch fan? I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean,
inside my mouth.
Yeah, you got to be pretty masochistic to enjoy Captain Crunch, but the flavor's good. I'm a big fan of Golden Grams too, but they're another one that gets soggy too damn quick. And once they get soggy, they suck. When they still if they're like kind of soggy on the outside but crunchy in the middle, they're still good. But once they go all the way limp, it's no fun. I
think a lot of the problem too is that many of us are gluttons and we're making way too big a bowl of cereal.
Oh, dude! And when I eat cereal, I make a big ass bowl and I use the big fucking spoon, not the tablespoon, the serving spoon.
Yeah.
Damn right, just a big old Jethro Bodine bowl.
Yeah. So Stevie, I do get down on the Crunch Berry cereal. They released there's Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries, but then there for a while they released just a whole box full of Crunch Berries. Those were pretty damn good. They were kind of like Twix, but better. They're not Twix. What am I saying?
What?
What was that fruit flavor? Trix.
Yeah, not Twix.
God, I got a joke about
candy
Trix.
bar, dude.
I got a joke about Trix, but I can't tell.
Did we not learn our lesson about jokes last week?
Yes, we did. Okay. I actually felt bad about that. I'd like to issue a formal apology for my joke about the physically handicapped last week.
Apology accepted.
Yeah. Lacey, I don't have any 15V yet. Unfortunately. I don't even know how to acquire any at this point because I know I'm not going to be able to catch one when the mule drops, but I don't really want the mule because I got that K390 fixed blade from Spyderco. But if anybody is interested in selling a 15V Manix 2 at MSRP to help a brother out, I'd be very, very much appreciative. So, or if somebody like Lacey might have an extra one, that would be awesome. Zach, there ain't no way you like Life cereal, dude. Come on.
I like Life cereal, dude. Life cereal is good. Like the cinnamon Life.
Who are we? I hate when I do this and then miss people. Grape nuts. That sounds awesome, but I've never heard of it.
It's
also heard recently somebody talking about grape Pop-Tarts.
Grape nuts is like the damn fiber cereal. I mean, it's good.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind.
It's like the brand.
Yeah, that's like eating pig gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the flavor of it, though. I like bran flakes. Like, I don't know. Yeah. But, dude, my favorite thing, and this came from childhood, like when I was real little, my favorite cereal was just regular corn flakes or bran flakes with honey and peaches on it.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Frosted Flakes, too. Now that I'm old and got sugar foot, as Kyle calls it, I had to get Frosted Flakes and put Splenda on it. That is one thing Splenda's really good at. Splenda's great at sweetening cereal and drinks. Other things, not so much.
Honey Bunches of Oats are good.
See, I told you Billy was a psychopath, dude. Look at that. Courtney, I don't even want to know what this man asked you to do if he enjoys eating Captain Crunch.
And Vince, I don't have an air mattress, but I can pick one up before we get to Hotlanta.
I'm a huge fan of cinnamon and cinnamon baked goods, but I don't hate it, but I don't really enjoy it as a cereal flavor. Like my favorite baked thing in the world is either a cinnamon crumb muffin or like a cinnamon coffee cake. I'll take that over any dessert ever made. But I'm just not a huge fan of cinnamony, milky. I don't know. Rashman says I use a milking bowl. Yeah, my roommate walked in on me in the Navy one time because I've been away from home for so long and eating food from the galley and just wanted a comfort food. So I went and bought me some Fruity Pebbles. And I didn't realize, think about it, that when I got home that we didn't have dishes in our dorm room. But I dug through this box of stuff from home and I found a ladle and a crock pot. So I poured the entire box of Fruity Pebbles into the crock pot, a half gallon of milk, and sat there eating it with a ladle, and he walked in the room. I put the milk next to the bowl. What the hell does that mean? You dip each piece individually? I love OHS. What are we talking about, Lacey? OHS. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get caught up. I'm sorry, guys, if I skip your comment, but I'm way behind. God, I'm super way behind. Jesus. Apparently the cereal thing was a long time ago. Leslie, what's OHS? I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of anything. Dopey, don't get any ideas, buddy. I mean, you can spoon with Stevie if you want to, but that's why I'm getting there early. So I can spoon with him ahead of all you nasty fuckers. And I agree. Quaker O's. I'm not familiar. I agree that the Manix is a good knife, and also agree that it can be an absolute excellent knife with a little bit of. Luckily, the upgrades aren't super expensive though, so that's one good thing. Vince, I don't have an air mattress, buddy, but I'm not staying with y'all either. I'd kind of already made plans. I certainly would have had I known. ahead of time, but I'd already made plans. Did anybody happen to mention they had a Mannix? I'd never find if they did. Yeah. So if anybody wants to be a super good person and sell me a 15V Mannix, I've got the money right now. Or even if it's a Blade Show, hit me up and let me know.
You see that? That I've been in this live the whole time. Just noticed Matty in the corner with a banana in his mouth. That is a shocking. Once you discover that, realize what's going on up there, that can be a little shocking.
1 minute knife review. I've had a Mannix lightweight. It's a great knife too, but yeah, I really want a 15V one, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I mean, I've still got a Mannix here. Well, I say I have it. It's no longer my property. That's kind of an update on that, I guess. I just, there was so much stress involved with that other situation. I don't have any interest in carrying that Mannix anymore. So it now belongs to Kyle Coonley. But I am wanting to replace it. And I guess I'd have to have 15V. But I do want to. Holy shit. Never mind. I just got a 15V Mannix.
Did you?
Yep.
Where'd you get that?
Super Still Steve.
What, he said he's sending you one?
He just sold it to me for a absolutely more than fair price.
Hell yeah. Like literally you just found out?
He just texted me.
So is he lurking?
Yeah, he's always lurking. A lot of times, a lot of times he's working.
Yeah.
So, I didn't believe him at first, but he said he listens to us every Sunday. But
well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Steve, I love you, dude. Thank you, man. Just let me know if you need me to PayPal it to you, or if you want to wait till we get to Atlanta or whatever. Hell yeah, man! That made my night, dude.
Hell yeah!
You have no idea how excited I am about that, because I didn't think it was ever going to happen. Yep.
Lurking the gherkin. Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. That kind of not erases, but that really.
Yeah. And I know some of y'all might think that's silly, dude, but if you watch any of my content, I don't give specs and all that stuff. I constantly talk about how a knife makes me feel. And maybe it's silly to some of y'all that I get an emotion because of it, but it's just the truth. That's where my passion lays, and how I decide if I want a knife or not. And, and that Mannix, even though I guess it's kind of an update, he is doing everything he can do to make that situation right so far. But that knife will never bring me joy again. It will always remind me of this situation. And what I mean by that, he is making good on the screen printed. I just wouldn't tell y'all. He sent Cletus a screen printed Edgy American shirt. That was very nice.
With the logo on the front and back.
Yeah, and all I asked for my mods was a small logo on the front. This one front and back, it's screen printed. It looks really good. He sent me a text today trying to explain the situation. Once again, guys, I'm telling y'all, if you have a conversation with this guy, I kind of get it. I see where he's putting numbers together and trying to explain his chain of thought, but you're never going to explain or understand his chain of thought. I'm never going to be able to do that.
But, with all the...
Granted, it's all after the fact.
Maybe well-deserved shit he's caught. Maybe, we could kind of celebrate the fact that he is trying to make good on everything, right. He's not just dipping out and...
Yeah, he didn't say fuck y'all and just disappear and leave, move on to the next group to try to scam. And that's why I said, y'all never felt like he set out to scam me. His communication skills are just so confusing. And he makes assumptions. And it created a really bad situation, man, that I felt horrible about. So, yeah, but he is trying to make right on it. So, I'm not trying to change y'all's mind about anything. but you know, I'm not going to call a guy out for doing wrong and not mention when
not acknowledge the fact that he's trying to do right. Yeah.
right.
I mean, and like I said, it could have been, well deserved shit he caught for it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, because
impressed.
keep in mind, we've talked about it a few times. On paper, he didn't do anything super egregious. He
just took certain liberties.
right, and I kind of understand how he made it right in his own mind, and he's just one of those people that assumes you're going to see it the same way with zero interaction. So, yeah.
Doing good, brother Gerbster. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Dr. Drew, dude? Shane Gott's Big League Chew.
Yeah. Yeah. I really need to go back to the vape store and get some more sauce for that thing. He can't leave and skim. He told you over about it. He has no choice but to do.
Shane.
Hey, Vince, I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise, dude. Like I said, I'm at this point. You know, everybody can take it for what they how they feel about it. But like I said, it's only right to mention that he's trying to correct his mistake.
Did you just call vape juice sauce?
Sauce. Yeah.
Get you some sauce.
I know a bunch of people that call it sauce. I mean, we know it's not sauce. Yeah.
No,
you're right. And, and what the things he said to or about you, whichever, because Vince was involved in this too. Not everybody knows part of that story.
Yeah, how he
treated you
was inexcusable.
Inexcusable as well. Yeah. Like I said, even though he's making excuses to me through text message, I'm not saying that I'm falling for all of it, but
I mean, and we'll see how it all plays out.
Right.
Yeah,
and, Kyle.
I believe in second chances, and if he's legit and deserving, we'll give it to him. But it definitely doesn't negate the shit. But
Stevie hasn't got his either, Kyle, and that isn't showing anything headed his way. So, but he did send Cletus one. So I wanted to make that common knowledge that, and he also, like I said, sent me a long text explaining how, trying to justify what happened. But yeah, anyway.
And and honestly, it's easy for me to say because I haven't had any dealings with him at all other than in chats and stuff. So, but.
And we're discussing a shit show interaction I had with Drooby Tunes that on multiple occasions could have been avoided. And anyway, it all went really shitty, and now he's Kyle, get off Cletus, man. Ooh. Yeah.
I didn't know Jody Bear had a deal in the works. So, and he's still waiting to see how things play out with that.
Yeah. I really feel like I could be wrong. So I'm not vouching for anybody, but I feel like the chances of that happening again are probably pretty slim now that he saw the backlash that can be created from it. But I also feel like he's really going to have to work on his communication skills and actually, because the thing is, he talks so much and so fast. And when it's all said and done, you don't really know what he said, and he didn't listen to anything you said. That's what created all this. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping that, there was a lesson learned here. Maybe people will be able to deal with him in the future. I'm not. I'm not. I did think it was a little bit odd. Panic. I'll show you this because I want you to see how he ended the. I want you to see how he ended the text he sent me. He ended it with that.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that confusing?
Yeah.
Does that make it really feel like he's just trying to make all this right so he can still be a part of that?
Yeah.
But a lot of you don't know. I had agreed to let Drewby do some Knives Lives 2023 shirts. And I have no way of knowing what percentages and cost, but I told him that myself, Grateful Panic, John Evans, we would have nothing to do with it. It would be 100% on him. If he wanted to make them and sell them and donate a percentage to Knife Rights, I didn't have a problem with that because at the time I trusted him. That I feel like he was probably going to make a few bucks off each shirt, probably. I'd rather him not, but that wasn't my decision to make. Yeah. I just felt like it was a little distasteful, especially when he didn't finish the conversation.
Yeah.
There was many things he didn't cover in that message, and then ends it with his Knives Live logo. That, because he did bring up the fact that I got more stickers than I asked for, and that's true. I didn't even, I showed y'all that last week. He's saying there was 5. It may very well be 500 stickers there. I got way more stickers than I thought I was going to get. But you can't do that. You can't just purchase. He did that because they were on sale. But even if you do that, you can't just automatically assume, okay, I got him more stickers than we agreed to.
So now I'm going to buy that knife he doesn't want to sell.
Now I don't owe him this without ever speaking to me about it. If he came to me and be like, hey, man, for a couple of less T-shirts, and I ain't even talking about the knives. I'm talking about the original because it's 2 separate deals. If he had said, hey, for a couple of less T-shirts, I can get you 500 Easy Peel stickers, I would have said, okay. Yeah, man, that sounds good to me. But that never happened. He took the fact that because he caught a big sale and got me more stickers, and in his mind made it okay to do everything else that he did. So, yeah. You're right, Crispy. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody what they should do. I'm just saying I would be proud if he makes things right, but I'm not putting myself out there like that again. So if you guys decide to, I'm not going to give you a hard time about it. If y'all decide to not ever have anything else to do with him, I ain't judging you that for that either. But said Stevie, you're 100% right. That's what all this boils down to. That dude is a loony. He's a little bit out there. Yeah.
I mean, we're still saying buyer beware, but I don't like that. It is whatever.
And all of it could have been fixed and could have been explained had he not just tried to purchase my knife that wasn't for sale. But
yeah,
anyway.
I mean, there was definite shadiness, and he is shady, but
yeah. And like I said, everybody else that's brought up their dealings with him, he didn't take anything from them, but it's that, I mean, you feel like you need to take a shower after having a conversation with him. You just have this icky, uncomfortable feeling like, what did I just agree to? What am I doing? Yeah. Yeah. I care about knives and the health of Edgy's nipples. And my buddies will go, well, thank you, Nuts for Knives. That's very kind of you to say, buddy.
And yes, you did miss he commented earlier if he missed the nips. You missed the nips. He got cold.
Yeah. Steve, you're right. It created chaos for no good reason. And as embarrassed I am to admit it, because, this is hard for me to say, but, there are times that I am a little bit emotionally fragile. And as much as I wish I wasn't, I just am. I've never been ashamed to talk about my mental health and my depression and the fact that I struggle with it. But not many people know this, but, maybe Stevie, Kyle, possibly Patina if we talk about it. But, guys, this put me in bed for 4 days. Like, I didn't get out of the bed for over 3 days and was throwing up because my nerves were just so frazzled by the whole thing and the fact that my hand was forced to do something I didn't want to do. You know, I didn't want to make that video. I didn't want to talk about it during the lives, but you know, I do. It did make me feel a little better that Patina got that shirt. So it's the only reason I'm bringing it up. You know, that could be a little piece of positivity if you know, the other two happens, or if they don't, you know, at least there was some positivity, I guess. But fuck Patina in his shirt. That's hilarious, dude. It is funny that Patina got it first. Even if he's not, and I think it'd be funnier if Patina's the only one to get one. That'll make it even better. If like nobody else ever gets one, and it's just Patina. But as you can see here, I don't know if it'll show up great on my phone, but that's not a label. That's screen printed on there. And I promise you, in my picture, it looks good. Steve, you're 100% right. You know, you know, I just don't feel like the text message he sent me today was a good time to remind me that he's working on that graphic because, you know, I don't have a copyright or anything. He could very well sell those shirts to anybody who wants to, and I can't do anything about it. I just want you to know that it's not the approved T-shirt. There may never be an approved T-shirt, but
no, because an approved T-shirt was discussed from the very beginning. It just never came to fruition.
Right. Yeah, John and I had an idea for a T-shirt. Actually, I think it was mostly John's idea for a T-shirt that I'd still love to do someday. But yeah, I mean, neither one of us at the time, nor in all honesty, are we now financially able to do what we wanted to do. But you're damn right, Dopey. I'd give anything for a picture of y'all standing side by side. And Dopey, I love you. You don't have to wear the shirt at Blade Show if you don't want to. But you know, I feel like you should.
I feel like he'd be the hero of Blade Show if he wore that bastard.
Yeah. I don't know how you could. How you turn that? Your team is failing you. How's that, Patina? I just said I was proud that you got the shirt first, and it would be even funnier if you're the only one to get one. It's funny too because Patina called me and was like, I mean, am I supposed to wear it? What am I supposed to do? And I was like, hell yeah, wear it. Maddie, you'll never answer what? Oh, you asked somebody to pin Stevie's typo.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it still.
I see Patina, come on, baby, light my fire. I'll let you look for it. You're better at that than I am anyway.
Well, not really, because I can't seem to find it right now.
Yeah. Kyle, that's fine with me. He can do with it what he wants to, buddy. If he wants to swaddle that new baby boy in it, that would. He did say he was going to watch it to make sure there wasn't no anthrax in it.
Good Lord God, how far up was it?
I will do that, Lacey. Absolutely. I see your comment, and I will do that.
Oh, I highlighted that one. I thought I did.
Steve's reminding us that he could shut this whole live stream down.
He sure can.
Yeah,
I
almost did it the other night when I was leaving Grizzly Night Live, actually. You remember I checked out before everybody else.
Yeah, you did. You bounced.
I had hit the end broadcast button, but you had to hit it twice.
Right.
And when I realized what I did, I moved down to Lee Studios. So it almost happened. Yeah. Just go ahead and pin that, Panda. It's not going to be as good as you fucking Doors, Stina. I love you, brother, but Doors Fuck Me was. You weren't there for that either, John. But apparently, Patina's screen is cracked. And he's been posting a bunch of misspelled or misworded comments in the chat, and they were all over his ass Friday night. And a lot of people still don't know what he had misspelled doors. So his next comment was doors, comma, fuck me. because it had been spelled wrong. But all that popped up was just doors, fuck me. And it was like Maddie would take it down to post another comment, but as soon as he did, he would replace it with doors, fuck me.
Well, I'm just learning all kinds of stuff about patina.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't the only one. There was one. I thought there was a couple before that were even better. That's just the one that they. Steve's mad that QVC blocked him. He was mad. I knew he meant business when he wrote down the product number so that he could call back. Junior Miz, we are having a great Sunday, buddy. We're glad you're here. Yeah. Yeah. Dopey, after the Doors Fuck Me thing, Dopey was like, Jim Morrison or the whole band? And Stevie's right. I don't know what it was. There's never been a boring said faction. They're always a great time. But there was just a little different vibe Friday. I don't know. It was just as hard as that is to accomplish. It was just a little more fun than it even normally is. So a good time was definitely had. Yeah, Demonoc, I didn't know that you had a run in as well. Yeah. Lacey, I'm glad you're sticking to that too, because there's no reason. I mean, you don't. That's not something you do for fun. You do that for money because you're a professional, and there's no reason for him not to pay you. And I'm sure in his mind he has made it okay for him not to pay you.
And just a disclaimer: I'm not saying give him a free pass just because he sent Patina a shirt. I'm just saying there is a chance he could possibly redeem himself. That he is,
That to what level? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take he's got a lot of proving to do. Like, Don't get me wrong. He's got to do a lot of shit, but there's,
could he appear in the chat somewhere and me not badmouth him? Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could he ever be as in with me personally as he once was? No. That's just.
Yeah. Probably never going to cup his balls again, but.
Right. I mean,
because I be on speaking terms, maybe.
Right. I couldn't face any of you people if I let something like this happen again after knowing that who he is and what he is. Did I tell you I'm getting a 15V Mannix?
And speaking of, Steve was here a second ago.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, okay. All right. But yeah, you I think you mentioned something about it.
Yeah. I'm super excited about that. Damn, Dopey.
That's a great mental image.
Yeah. And Lacey, you're right. He needs to pay for that. Me and Kyle have talked about that. Kyle's always nervous about charging people, for adequately for the amount of time he spent. But guys, a knife with a broken tip that you want fixed is not going to cost you the same thing that that just a standard sharpening does. Um, changing the angle on a knife shouldn't cost the same thing as a standard sharpening does. All that takes time and wears on those people's consumables. Their stones. It should be paid for.
Did you happen to notice it got a whole lot sexier in here?
I didn't. What happened?
Cue ball.
Look at that. Cue ball's cutting corner. Right here, just amongst us normal people.
Yep. Us lowly peons. But that's another bastard
That's entirely
can't
too
wait
damn
to see.
cheap. That is entirely too damn cheap. But if that's what you feel comfortable with, I ain't telling you to change it, but that's more than fair.
100% subtle, Dopey.
Yeah, Dopey, I think we get it. I think we understand at this point.
Oh, damn, I thought you were about to take your shirt off again.
I might have to, dude. Now I'm sweating. Literally, the AC just turned off. I don't know. You keep in mind, this was a spare bedroom, so I don't think they were as concerned about comfort in here as the rest of the house. But it's just a roller coaster ride in here.
It's like you damn experienced menopause.
Panda. Yeah. Q-Ball, you might be a hefty fellow, but you're a lot like I've talked about before with Justin from OCD for EDC. Don't mistake their heftiness for weakness, because both those dudes are like silverback gorillas, man. They're not just big dudes. They're big, extremely strong dudes.
Yeah, they're not fluffy.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always been big, but I was never fluffy. I'm kind of fluffy now, in all honesty, but I was a big guy, but I could definitely handle myself. But I know lots of big guys that feels like you could just push through to the bone. Yeah.
I don't know from experience, JR, but Kyle sharpens apparently.
Yeah.
Rumor has it. Lacey also sharpens. Rumor has it.
Yeah.
And I believe there's an emulsion involved.
Yeah, Lacey makes a really good diamond emulsion. And yeah.
I feel like Scab could quarter it here with his bare hands.
Probably. Yeah, Scab's not fluffy either.
No.
Yeah, that dude's lived a life.
And y'all don't let him bullshit you. Shane ain't fluffy.
Yeah. Well, compared to what I used to be, I am. But I'm just not. Of course, I guess at 52, none of us are the man that we were 15 years ago.
I wouldn't know. I'm not 52, so.
Right. Well, you're still not the man you were 15 years ago either.
No.
It's all
Thank God, because that man was an asshole.
Yeah. After 30, it's a little bit of a downhill slide. Yeah. Lacey, I don't see why you wouldn't charge him what you would normally charge. No reason not to, especially also considering the fact that you're trying to get paid for a service, and once again, he's not answering.
No, Kyle, I'm not.
Yeah.
And neither is Patina, apparently.
Billy,
I'm still confused on that shit.
Billy, did you just send something really cool to Lacey recently to be sharpened? I can't remember what it was. So I remember you were sending her something you were really excited about. But Eric, it don't get no better, buddy. I promise you.
And I feel you there, Eric, because I'm less than a year away from it. Damn. Damn. Wow.
I'm literally burning up. I'm sweating all over. But the air in this room still feels kind of cool. It's got me a little bit worried, because typically the only time I break into a cold sweat is when I'm about to have a very negative bathroom experience.
Are you? Oh, damn. You might want to take your drawers off, too, just in case.
Yeah. That might be all that saves me. All honesty, that shirt is damp.
You got a bucket handy?
Dude, I literally, and I just started sweating like, what was it, 3 minutes ago when the AC kicked off?
What did you eat for lunch today?
I don't even remember, but my stomach hasn't been right for about a week now. Like I said, that my nerves got me, got my stomach fucked up, and it hadn't been right since.
Wait, what got your what?
This is the whole situation.
The
Got
situation,
my nerves and anxiety up. My stomach's been messed up ever since.
Not to reveal any secrets, but Steph calls those nervous poops.
Yeah.
Or anxiety poops. One of the two. I think one of the two.
Yeah.
He's got the squirt sweats.
Yeah. I was throwing up a few days ago, but I did get sick of my stomach earlier today too, so might be. I gave it a couple hours and ate. That might have been a mistake. Mexican seafood sweats. That's exactly right.
He's got the bubble guts.
Yeah. Shane, smell the rose, blow out the candle. Yeah, all of a sudden I'm not feeling so great.
Are you gonna have to run to the toilet?
Well, I don't know. If it gets to that point, there ain't gonna be a run in there and come back. You're either gonna have to finish this on your own or end it.
Well, just leave the door. Is the bathroom close enough to where you can hear shit over the microphone?
No.
You can't finish the live stream from the toilet?
No. Whew. Just have to take your shirt off. Yeah, too much of that juice. About to pull Stevie. I love how shit sticks to Stevie. Like, it don't matter how minuscule it is. If Stevie says something, it never goes away. It's just stuck to him. Like, he's tried to convince us all that he only shits in the morning. But every time he goes to fill his water glass up or pack a bowl or whatever it is he's doing, we all accuse him of taking a shit. Crispy, I don't feel like I have to yet, but I just cold sweats and don't feel so good. Stevie, I'm shitting right now.
All right, so Maddie wants us to start a pool, and we'll place bets on how long you last before you have to.
I don't think it's going to be a whole lot longer.
We talking 5 minutes?
I don't know. Now, I'm not sure that that's even going to be the issue. It may come out the other end.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Well, we are over 2 hours, so
yeah.
If you wanna,
I may have to. Just gonna be hard to think of stuff to talk about, and I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
I did miss it though, Billy. What was Did Billy ever say what knife it was? I remember being excited about sending something to Lacey, but I don't remember what it was.
Let's see.
Oh.
Are we about to get projectile vomited on?
I don't know. Yeah, guys, I probably ought to call it.
Alrighty.
I'm not feeling very good. I'm sorry.
Well, no, dude, don't apologize. Feel better, homie.
All right. Yeah. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all coming. And say a little prayer for me.
It's never boring around here.
Yeah. All right,
love you guys.
See y'all.
Peace. It's going to take